The items you will need to replace an interior light or fuse include a set of screwdrivers, a fuse puller, and the correct replacement bulb or fuse. A service manual such as a Haynes will help you locate the fuse block and assist during the procedure. Let's look at replacing an interior dome light. Always close the doors when replacing a dome light, as this will interrupt the power going to the socket assembly. A dome light cover will usually be held on by tabs on the side or front of the cover. Pry the lens cover off using a small screwdriver and remove it to expose the dome light bulb. Next, remove the bulb from its socket. A small screwdriver may be useful to pry the bulb out. Compare the old bulb to the new one to ensure correct replacement, and reinstall the new bulb into the socket assembly. Reattach the lens cover, and you're done. When replacing a bulb in your vehicle's dash, we strongly recommend referring to a service manual, as this type of replacement usually requires removal of certain dash panels or access from underneath the dash itself. To replace a blown fuse, first locate the fuse panel. It will usually be attached to the firewall on the driver's side, underneath the instrument panel, in the glove box, or out under the hood in the engine compartment. A service manual or your owner's manual will help in locating the exact location on your vehicle. Two of the most common types of fuses are a glass cylinder type and the ATO or push-in plastic version. Let's look at replacing an ATO fuse. Before removing any fuses, turn the ignition switch to the off position. Next, remove any fuse access panels to expose the fuses. If a particular circuit is not working, look for the fuse that controls it. We recommend using a fuse puller when removing fuses to prevent breakage or self-injury. Do not use any metal tools, as power is still being supplied to the fuse panel. When replacing a burnt fuse, be sure to replace it with another fuse of the correct rating. The amperage rating on an ATO push-in type plastic fuse is stamped into the outside face. Never replace a blown fuse with one of higher amperage rating, as serious damage to the vehicle's electrical system could result. Insert the new fuse straight into the fuse block. Do not twist the fuse while inserting, as damage to the fuse may occur. To replace a glass-type fuse, first locate the fuse block. As the fuse block usually is located underneath the dash, we are performing our demonstration with a fuse panel that has been removed from the vehicle. Before replacing the fuse, turn the ignition switch to the off position. Using a fuse puller, remove the fuse in question. When replacing a burnt fuse, replace it with another fuse of the correct rating. The amperage rating on a cylinder-type glass fuse is stamped into the metal end piece. Position the new fuse against the retaining clips. Then, press both ends of the fuse inwards against the clips until the fuse snaps into place. After a fuse has been replaced, check the operation of the circuit for which the fuse supplies power. If the fuse burns out again, do not replace it. There is most likely a short in the vehicle's electrical system that must be repaired. If the fuse does not blow, replace any fuse access panels removed earlier, and you're done.
Let's quickly recap replacing an interior light and a fuse. First, remove the lens covering the light bulb. Twist or gently pry out the old bulb. Compare the old and new bulbs. Install the new bulb into the socket and reattach the lens cover. To replace a fuse, first you must locate the fuse panel. You may need to remove a cover to access the fuses. Use the correct fuse puller to remove the old fuse. Insert a new fuse of the correct rating into the fuse panel. Check the operation of the circuit and replace any cover that was removed.